So I also, this is going to be a very short video, but I want to explain to you why YouTube is better than television. If you are a person who's actually trying to live in the real world, you should just realize that right now you actually have the opportunity to like enter someone's fucking living room. Like, people are literally online just giving you everything. Like, they're long form explaining complex topics about feelings, especially if you're a black girl. Oh my God. There's so many black girls with years of therapy who are online telling you all the stories, all the tea. What? Everything. Bitches are spilling the tea. You have never had it so good. I want you to like soak it in, but also just realize that I am you. Like, stop watching these television shows that are like scripted about nothing. They're not about the real world. They're like giving you these false perceptions of reality. And some of us are out here giving you the real shit every day. The real shit, unedited, unfiltered. You are getting the tea. This $3 bottle of Charles Schwab, okay? You give me $3 one, we're talking all the shit. I'm sorry, but I'm still thinking about that. What is it? The salsa instructor. Bro, he was like shaking his ass in the front of the room and it just looked so good. Like, wow. Sometimes, you know, maybe it's just me, but I start thinking, I'd be like, oh my God, if he can dance, he can fuck. I want to smash. That's all I'm thinking. I'm like, so awful. God, Olivia, come back. Keep your fucking feet on the ground, bitch. You've been doing so good. We've been doing so good. Why you gotta be like this, Olivia? Why are you like this? Stop being trash, bitch. Be better. Be better. I'm not better. Y'all niggas, y'all know I'm not better. I'm not better. I'm sorry. I'm not better. I am who I am. Also, when I talk to him, he's like, I saw you dancing in the mirror. I saw you in the class. I totally saw you. You did good. I was like, he was watching me. It's because I was like trying to shake my hips for him, but I don't think he gave a shit. I don't know. He might be gay. He could be gay. He also might be one of those like people who doesn't like, there are a growing group of people who don't like black. It's weird. They like fetishize black women, but they don't like black women. But then they get mad and jealous and shit as soon as they see black women dating someone else. It's real weird. Like, I can't explain it. Oh God. But yeah, so you can actually watch real shit in the real world. Like, you don't have to watch television. You could also just tune in because I'll tell you guys what's going on with D every day. Why don't we do that? Why don't we have like the D check-in every night? He's super sexy. I also feel like he has this certain confidence about himself. Like, he just realizes, and some of his posts have indicated that like not everyone is going to like him and not everyone is going to support him. I feel like he's probably come across a certain number of like haters, and I'm thinking about like male haters in his adult life and probably female haters too. And there's something that happens, and you might be like looking at me being like, but I don't look like her, so I can't relate. Here's what I'm trying to explain to you. No matter who you are and how you are, and like even if you look different than me, like you're probably pretty in your own way. Not like I'm pretty in a very particular way. I've told you guys about this on the channel. There's a growing group of people who think that I am like dog-faced ugly. even the model that I am, they literally believe, and they have told me to my face, like, you are so unattractive, you're so ugly. I've had men who have said awful shit, like the way that you guys hear these men talking about like crack fiends and shit, that's the way they talk about me. I've heard them talk about very beautiful women and call them awful names. So what I'm trying to explain to you is, like, you, whoever's watching this, male, female, whatever, you are attractive in your own individual way. I can't really explain it. You're not like me. Maybe there's something I'm saying that you can relate to, but there's a whole bunch of shit about you that's way different than me. And, like, there are people who are going to be envious of you. There are people, I don't know who it is, I don't know how they look or what they will say, but there are going to be people who don't like you. Now, you might not know it because they might not say it to your face. Sometimes they might be family members. Sometimes they might be people who appear as friends. And in reality, they hate you. And they're just there to try to bring you down. Like, you know, Amazed by Kay she made a whole bunch of videos about that. This is one of the major reasons why I continue to say, like, you, whoever you are, you have to humanize yourself. Because what I can guarantee is this. Maybe one day you are on the top of the world. It's like you have so much confidence. You feel so pretty. Your boyfriend is super hot. You've got all the money. Your family is tossing support and love and dollars at you. And in a year, something changes. Maybe a family member dies. Maybe your boyfriend breaks up with you or he cheats on you. Something's going to change and something's going to go wrong, and some part of your fairy tale story is going to crack. It's inevitable. It happens to everyone. It is literally a part of the human experience. Now, if you see yourself as a human and not some fairy princess or some caricature or some trope or even some like degradation story, because that's another part. We got to talk about trauma porn and enter that here too. Sometimes you will be in such a marginalized position, like, oh, I'm black, oh, I'm female, oh, I'm poor, oh, I'm first generation, oh, I'm imposter syndrome, oh, I only had pasta, like whatever your story is, where you're like, here's my marginalized story. Some people will just marginalize you to the point of, like, God, like no part of your existence is like a human experience anymore. That's also not real. Like, look at yourself as a human first, as in, like, did you eat today? Did you sleep today? Did you shower today? Did you just talk to some other humans? Even if all you said was like, hello, goodbye, how are you? If you said that, okay, that's a good start. Like, did you go to your school or your job, or did you try to find work or a job? Or if you did something that was kind of in that direction, you are a human, and some parts of your day were good and you liked them, and some parts of your day were not so good and you didn't like them. That's how every day is. Some parts are great, some parts are not so great. It's 50-50. Like 50% of the moments are good, 50% of the moments are shitty. Every single day it's like that. If you just give yourself that space and humanize yourself in a way where you say, that's real. All those feelings are valid. All those experiences are real. And you allow yourself to feel the good feelings and the bad feelings. Well then, yeah, you are ready and you are a part of the rest of us. You are a full human, living a full human experience just like the rest of us. Welcome. That's what the fuck we're all here talking about. We are all living the Seinfeld experience. We are just talking about the mundane shit that happens day in, day out. It's not really full of trauma porn. It's not really full of Hollywood glam all day either. It's basically like the Gap experience, okay? It's the very economy ticket experience of, like, I am alive. Here I am. Hey, get a job and a bus pass in an apartment and $3 wine like the rest of us. It's actually not so bad over here. We've got a whole library of books, 100 years worth, that you can read about what this experience is like. Join the party. We've got like book clubs, Goodreads. I'm making YouTube videos. We can read along together. If you have a request, we can talk about it. So right now I'm reading, or I'm listening to you on the Libby app. I made another video about the Libby app. The Libby app is an app. It's a free app that it's for public libraries in America. So you just get a library card in your local city, wherever you live. And your library card gives you access to all of the electronic materials from that library. You just sign in with your library card number. And right now I'm listening to Gabrielle Union's second book. I can't remember the name of it, but she's basically talking about her emotional journey with surrogacy and infertility, because her body would not allow her to birth a child. She had like 12 miscarriages. And then so she finally got a surrogate, and it was just a really painful emotional journey for her to allow this surrogate to basically, have the child. It's an incredible experience to listen to this relatable Black woman talk about motherhood and talk about fertility and talk about the challenges that have come for her to have her child, who's so meaningful to her. It's beautiful in so many ways because she values her Black baby so much, and her own life and her husband's, the value that her husband placed on their child and the life of their child, and the life that has come from her egg and his sperm. And it really humanizes this experience of life and birth and motherhood and the challenges that come with it, the sadness and sorrow and grief that have come with it for her. I mean, listening to it, so many moments I've cried. So many moments I've felt so many things. That book has been putting me to sleep for the last 3 nights. My God, she's just, she's an incredible woman. She's very strong. She's so strong. I only hope I never have to be that strong. I feel like I've had to be strong in my own ways. And I really hope that I get a little bit more time to explain to you all the sort of tragicness that I've had to experience in this American life. This Black American life for me has been nothing short of awful. Awful. Awful in unbearable ways. I have been close to death for a long time. That is why I call myself the Princess of Death. It's not a joke. I've been suicidal for almost 20 years. It's a long time. Not kind of suicidal. Very suicidal. Some of the reasons why you guys see me go through extreme body dysmorphia is because I don't feel all the way connected to my body. And when I starve myself, it allows me to feel my body eating itself, and it makes me feel alive. But I don't think that some of you can relate to that because you are living more humane experiences. And that is good for you. I don't want to take that away from you or change that in any way for you, but I don't feel that. That isn't my experience. I, in many ways, have been dehumanized. And I'm not going to take that away from myself or pretend as though something else happened. That is what I feel. That is how I feel. And that is what in the past and currently I am experiencing. I'm able to function through this. Like, I can still go out. I'm still able to report to work. I'm still able to feed and clothe myself, wash my clothes, interact with other people in society. But I will say this, when tragic events happen now, for me, I don't have normal responses to them. The mass shootings don't surprise me. They don't faze me. I don't feel the same sorrow that you feel. Hearing stories of rape and death do not bother me. They are normalized for me. I wish that wasn't the case, but it is. Extreme cases of poverty, destitution, immigration, hate, and racism do not faze me. I'm no longer traumatized by those shared experiences. Reading them or talking about them, I can talk about them in very normal ways and contextualize them pretty much around the board because I've seen and heard all sides. I've been unpacking these issues for about a decade. I had to learn very young that I was Black. I had to learn very young that I was a Black woman. I had to learn very young about American capitalism and social class and where I, as a person with a uterus, stood and how to protect myself. And, you know, even when I felt like I was safe, I was wrong. I was wrong. America is not a safe space for Black women, period. All I can say is this. I will continue to live the rest of my life until my last breath trying to support the Black women that I feel deserve my support. In my heart of hearts, with every breath that I have, I fully believe that Chloe and Halle and their story of whatever they choose to be, I support it and I will humanize it. That's all I can say. I don't have more for anyone else. I don't compare them to anyone else. I feel like both of those ladies are individuals and they are the first examples that I have seen of a Black American experience without trauma porn. I want to normalize that. I want to celebrate that. I am going to celebrate that. I don't give a shit what anyone else has to say. Whatever problem that you have, you should go solve that shit for yourself. I am going to celebrate that successful story. Because I've known for a while that I would have to be the person to tell a story. And I refuse to tell more stories of trauma porn. I want to tell intricate and delicate stories of Black, female, whole human experiences. Those are the stories that I want to highlight. Those are the stories that I want to tell. I refuse to curve a narrative to make a Black woman the victim of any situation any longer. If there is a story of a Black woman being a victim, let it be her obituary. and let the person who wrote the obituary explain how she failed. But to be honest, otherwise, I don't give a shit. If there's a black woman who's alive now, I want to hear about her victory. I want to know how she overcame the bullshit. Because I know how I overcame the bullshit. Even if you don't believe I have. Fuck you if you don't believe I have. Nobody asked you, bitch. This ain't your fucking story. This ain't your channel. Don't get it twisted, bitch. This is my channel. This is my story. This ain't your story. And this ain't your grandmammy story. Fuck her too. You can tell her I said it. Fuck you, grandmammy. This ain't your story, bitch. This is my story. And I don't give a shit what you think. This story ain't over because I'm not dead. When I'm dead, you can tell whatever fucking story you want to tell. But I still got breath in these lungs. I still got wine in this bottle, bitch. When that wine is gone and those lungs are dead, then you tell my story. Otherwise, shut the fuck up. Because nobody asked